guys, and welcome to vlog number 5 of 2022. So as y'all saw, it snowed again. This time was like half of what it was last time, I would say. I could be wrong on that because I did not go outside when it was all fully there, because I saw it last week, so this week doesn't really matter. But we haven't had snow for years, and then it really shows up 4 years later. Like, okay, so what I'm currently reading and will be reading this weekend, since it is a big book, just to give myself more time with, is The Burning God by Rf Wong. I'm currently exactly at 50% of the way through, which is chapter 19, page 327. So I plan to read 6 chapters of this today. I am doing the audiobook. This has been my least favorite in the series so far, personally. I don't know. It's about the same as the first book, which was a 4-star, I think. Yeah, a 4-star. So it's about the same as that, but it's not as good as the second one. The second one's my favorite. Yeah, so then I need to collect my February TBR. I need to get all those books together because I do need to write the script for the video that I am filming on Monday, so I do need to find out what books I'm going to be talking about in that. And yeah, but I'm not going to do that till way later. So for TV, I finished season 1 of Narcos last night, and I'm watching the Colombia one, not Mexico yet. But yeah, so I finished season 1 of that, and so I'll be starting season 2 today. I am also doing, on weekends, I'm rewatching Glow. I'm rewatching an episode a day, so today I'll watch episode 6 of season 1 of Glow, and then obviously a new episode of Euphoria comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, I think it's every Sunday, it may be every other, I don't know, but to my knowledge, there will be an episode of Euphoria tomorrow for me to watch. So those are my updates for TV, books, all that we talk about in the vlog. And I'll see you soon. So I got my Amazon package for the month. I still have one more coming because it sent it separately. So first I got a bucket hat. I've been wanting like a furry bucket hat. So I don't know if I'm wearing it the right way because I've never owned one. So I got one of those and it's really soft. So I got this mirror that I talked about. So it does have all these fingerprints, like, it's not good quality. So apparently there's a plastic film on it. Okay, I see it now. We couldn't get it off earlier. Okay, I got it. I got it. Oh my gosh. That noise. There we go. So yeah, I thought it was going to be a fell at first because I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it does not fit well into that, but I wanted to get one, a little mirror like that, because I thought it would be cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna move it up to my top shelf up here. Can you see my face in it now? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I wanted a little tiny mirror like that. Then this book that I couldn't find at Barnes & Noble to start the month, but turns out it's published by Amazon, so that makes sense why I couldn't find it. So this is The Last Rose of Shanghai. I talked about this in a previous vlog, so I'm not going to go to the description again, but it's Shanghai in the 40s. And then, that was falling, more tabs. I didn't mean to throw them at you. Tabs. Yeah. Big news, everyone. Big news. Tom Brady has retired. Like, I watch an episode of Narcos and I open my phone and it's all like, Tom Brady retired. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah. Topics. What am I here to talk about? I'm about to start reading. And I think oh yeah, like Tom Brady retiring at 44 kind of bugs me. Like I feel like that's not a good number because like that's the thing we talk about all the time, how I'm like OCD about numbers. I'm like, why couldn't he wait till he was 45? I know I was that close, I'd wait till 50 personally. But I am not Tom Brady, I didn't make the decision. But yeah, good luck to him in his retirement years. And yeah, so I'm going to get to reading now. I'm going to read 2 chapters now on the audiobook and play Fortnite while I do it. Disgusting, but that's life. I never know how to do one of those buns on top of the head. Ah, there's mine. I guess my hair is just not long enough. I don't know. I've never been able to do that. Nobody ever taught me, and I watched videos and then tried, and it turns out as a fail. I've done it in a vlog before, but we got to page 362. So let me log that off into Goodreads here. So I am now at 55%. I only read like 5% then. It felt longer. Not really. I only read for 49 minutes. So my notes here, let's see. The first one is an orange one for plot. So if I feel like I'm getting so many hints that my theory of who Ren's parents are is going to be true. I changed who I think the mom is, but I am convinced on who her dad is, and I've been thinking that since book 2, so I feel like it will be predictable if that is the case. And then I just highlighted a little paragraph that I thought the writing was really good on. I'm not going to read it, but yeah, this just takes me back to book 1. It's not great. The writing doesn't really stand out or anything, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not vibing with this as I did the second book in the series. So it is currently a 4-star though. Like I'm still enjoying it, but it's just not, it's not that level of good that the second book was, and I need to charge my camera. Hey guys, so it is Sunday now. I am about to start reading, so I know an update after my camera needed to charge yesterday because I wanted to get to full battery, but yeah, I got to the point where I want to get, which is 66%. No real new thoughts for you guys. I do think Ren has developed a lot as a character, and I do think that is a positive. But yeah, I'm still just bored with this story really. Like so many books lately I've been bored with, but next month I have my TBR all over here because I'm writing up the synopsi for the video. So I've watched 1 episode of Narcos today, and I am very nervous for this one character. Actually, 2 characters I'm nervous for. Yeah. One, I know he's gonna be fine because like it's real life. The other, I have no idea. So yeah, TV I'm gonna reading no new thoughts except theories and whatnot, which I can't talk about. But I took an IQ test online because we were talking about, my dad's reading a book about JFK, and he's at the part with the assassination, and they talk about IQs and whatever. So my IQ is 121. Yeah, if y'all were curious what this IQ is. Okay guys, so I got to 81%, which was my goal. There's like a tab of a date, so I'm on page 536. So just the world building and mythology and all in this story is really, really great. I know my only complaint with this one is I'm just bored. It's just a plot. I think it's a bit all over the place, and then once again the side characters that we meet later on don't really connect with. Not a lot of development there. I'm getting them confused. That is all it is. 6:20, not 6, I'm reading it upside down, 9:26. So I'm going to get my bath, and after that I'm going to watch the new episode of Euphoria, which is on TV right now, but my reading is my #1 priority, so I'll watch that at 10, and then I need to watch an episode of Glow. I totally forgot that today is on the weekends I watch Glow, so I forgot to watch an episode today, but that is Sunday's update, and I'll see you guys. Dolly Parton. I have my fingers stuck in the tripod. Okay, so it is Monday the 31st. As y'all saw, I took Penny to Petco to get the flea medicine for the pets. So yeah, I went and got that, and that little cat's name was Dolly Parton, and I don't remember exactly what happens in the video I filmed, but like Penny would stand on 2 legs and then the little cat would put her little paw out through the hole. It was so cute. She's so cute, and it said she has a pending adoption, so I'm so happy that she's getting a home, and she was the only cat there. Yeah, they come from a rescue, so that's cool. But yeah, I got some Chick-fil-A. This randomly just started hurting, and I'm like, I think it was from the way I lifted Penny into the car because I had to carry like other stuff too. But yeah, so I'm in my Euphoria high outfit today. This is like, it looked really like tall, and then this shirt, which is like this is really like me trying something completely new. Like this is not something that I would usually wear, but I do like it. Sorry for burping, excuse me. And I went back to like my favorite makeup look. So I'm not wearing lipstick, just lip gloss and lip liner, but like with the orange eyeshadow and all, that's my favorite look. So I'm gonna get back into pajamas and eat my dinner. I totally didn't just get water all over my face, but I'm about to start reading for the day. So I am starting late because everything today has just been being late. My anxiety is kind of being annoying. And I found out since I started drinking water every day, that was in a vlog, whatever, the days that I don't hit 64 ounces, liters, I don't know which measurement, but 2 of these, if I don't drink 2 of these in a day, I can tell, like I get so anxious and all of that. So and on the weekend I will admit I was lazy, I did not drink enough, so I am definitely doing that today, drinking water. And I feel like, yeah, I can tell a difference. So I'm starting on page 536 today, which is chapter 31, and it's only have 4 minutes of storage space left, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy an SD card. But yeah, so we're gonna try to finish this book, not necessarily in this sitting. I'm probably gonna read 2 to 4 chapters. Because I don't know how long the chapters are. But we are going to try to finish the book today because I have to. It's on my January CBR. I filmed my February CBR today, and I'm going to edit that later, probably after this little time of reading. But yeah, I'll catch up with y'all after I get done. Got to chapter 33, which is page 578. So I read over 40 pages in that sitting. So before I film my sit-down videos, I record myself for like the podcast, even though the podcast episodes usually get 2 plays, and those are me. But so I did it today, and it's nowhere. What I recorded is not anywhere, and I'm like, I don't want to record it again because the podcast is purely just for to rehearse my video before I do it, and since I've already filmed my video, I feel like it's pointless, and I feel bad about not posting it, but like literally nobody watches or listens, so I like shouldn't feel guilty about it. So there's not going to be a podcast this week. It is 9:05, so I'm about to get into my 9 o'clock reading hour. I watched an episode, well, I edited my video, then I watched an episode of Narcos, and the ending had me like gasping out loud. Messed up. When I was cutting my nails, I cut my pinky and blood got everywhere. So we're about to finish the book, finish this series. That's a lot of fun, hopefully, who knows. But yeah, I think my ending that I predicted is playing out. But we still have however many more pages, and I'll catch on with y'all after that. I finished the book. If you guys would like my full and final thoughts, I'm going to link my bookstagram down below in the pinned comments, so check that out. So I'm going to go through my monthly stats for you guys. So I completed 11 books. My favorite book was The Book of the Unnamed Midwife. The best cover was Infinite Country. I read 3,704 pages, 3 ebooks, 3 audiobooks, and 5 physical books. And I listened to 45 hours and 19 minutes of audiobooks. And then the genres I read this month were science fiction, historical fiction, graphic novel, classic, contemporary, nonfiction, and fantasy. So I gave 1 5-star, 4 4-stars, 3 3-stars, 1 2-star, and 0 1-stars. So that is my little wrap up for January, and I'll see y'all in February. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday. I was like, what day is it? I'm trying to like film at an awkward angle, you know. So I just got done working on my bullet journal for my February spread. That literally, it didn't take long at all, but yeah, I did that, and then I watched an episode of Narcos today. I have one more episode of season 2. Hopefully we're finally, no, I don't want to say that. That might be a spoiler. But we are going to go to Barnes & Noble later. Let me tell you the books that I plan on getting. I'm buying a nonfiction and a romance, and then maybe a few more romances. So the nonfiction, both books I'm getting are new releases that came out last month. So the nonfiction is South to America, A Journey Below the Mason-Dixon to Understand the Soul of a Nation by Imani Perry. And then the romance is The Roughest Draft by, it's a duo, Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. And then I'm going to look for the book that is about Narcos, like that Murphy and Pena wrote. I don't even know if it's true. I saw something on Reddit very quickly. I didn't want to click it because I didn't want spoilers. So we're going to assume it's a real book, and in the true crime section, I don't know where to find it. But I did want to tell y'all about some new releases that come out today. Now, I'm not going to be buying any of these today. I might tomorrow at Target. But the new releases today are The Family Chow, a novel by Lan Samantha Chang. As I just noticed this little dog on the cover. So cute. But I do know the bookstore does have this one because they did post it on their Instagram today. Then we have Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. So that one. And then that's the cover for the last one. And then we have the Liz Taylor Ring by Brenda Janowicz. So there's that cover. So I did watch House of Gucci last night, and it was a letdown. It was my most anticipated movie of last year, and I had to wait for it to go on Amazon because I don't feel... Before the pandemic, I didn't like going to movie theaters. As I talked about... No, I don't know if I talked about it on the vlog, but on my channel, being agoraphobic, movie theaters are not a good place for me. I do not like them. Yeah, so I much prefer watching movies at home. And then now we have COVID, so I didn't go to the movie theater. So it came out on Amazon last night. They didn't have a rent option. I had to buy it, which was really annoying. I had to spend $20 and then didn't like it. The acting was great. Obviously with those actors, it couldn't be bad, right? Then like the just overall like aesthetic, the atmosphere, because it's in Milan and New York, but Milan, and that just took me back to my days there. I miss it so much. And then I think some would have been Lake Como, but I'm not exactly positive on that, but by the looks of it, and obviously them being in Milan, Lake Como is close, so I think it was Lake Como. So those were like the atmosphere, characters were all great. It was just really boring. Like, I literally was about to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep though. I made it through the whole thing, and it was too long for one, and very choppy. The way the time was spanning, it was really hard to tell. Like, the music didn't help because when, like on the wedding scene, they had Keep the Faith, and that song came out way later than when that was taking place. And then a scene in the 90s, they had Call Me by Blondie, so you couldn't use the music to help signify what year you were in. It never said really the year, except for like important dates, like the movie started in 1978, ended in 1997. Yeah, it was just very choppy and too long, but I feel like maybe on rewatch it could be better, because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, did not like it the first time. Second time, became my favorite movie. So that's why I'm not giving up yet, because I do like Ridley Scott movies, and then like this cast is a really good cast. But yeah, there's that rant. I'm going to be starting my February TBR with Batman The Dark Knight Volume 1. Alright guys, so I'm back from the bookstore. They actually had both of my main books that I was looking for. They didn't have any books on the like Colombian cartel, Pablo Escobar, that kind of thing. No books, so I went to the like history, well, I went to True Crime first, nothing there. I think they had one on El Chapo there, so that's like cartel related, but not what I want. And then, so I went to the like history section, and to the Americas, and the only like Latin countries they had were Cuba and Mexico. And they did have books about like the Mexican cartel, but again, not what I'm looking for. I'll probably look for that like next month. But so in the show, what I got. So this was one of the books that I came for. This is South to America, Journey Below the Mason-Dixon to Understand the Soul of a Nation by Imani Perry. So this book actually came out last week, and the South is where I live, where I'm from, where my family has lived since like the 1700s. So I think that will be a really interesting read. And then this was the other one that I came for, which also came out last week, and that is The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Alston Sigmund Broca. So I'll just read the like first paragraph of the synopsis. So 3 years ago, Katrina Freeling and Nathan Van Huysen were the brightest literary stars on the horizon. Their co-written book topping bestsellers list, but on the heels of their greatest success, they ended their partnership on bad terms for reasons neither would divulge to the public. They haven't spoken since and never plan to, except they have one final book due on contract. And then, so as I've said, I am focusing a lot on romance this month. So I saw this one that is Meet in the Middle by Devin Daniels. I saw the Capitol building as like DC, my place, love it. And just if anything is set in DC, I'll probably read it. That's saying a lot, like, because I know there's like all those like really bad political like spy books and all, which yeah, no really interest in. But this has some political aspects, which we'll get to, because obviously like everyone in DC works in politics or the military. But I'm wanting that kind of political intrigue. So this, again, I'm just gonna read the first paragraph. So there's just one thing standing between Liberal Senate staffer Kate Adams and passage of the landmark legislation she's been fighting for all year. Ben McKenzie intimidate. Oh, isn't Ben McKenzie the guy from the OC? Like the actor's name? I may be wrong, but okay. Intimidating gatekeeper for one of DC's most powerful conservative senators. After Kate and Ben lock horns in a meet not so cute, they vow to take each other down by any means necessary. Enemies to lovers is one of my favorite tropes, and then DC politics should be fun. So then this is a very famous one that I've been wanting to read forever, but I didn't want to buy a book with a shirtless man on the cover. Yeah, that's not my thing. So this is The Dill by Elle Kennedy, the first book in the Off-Campus series. So thank you to the person on Jamie's server who I was like, which book comes first? Like, is this a book that comes first in the Elle Kennedy universe? And they told me it is. So again, this is kind of, because one's at the girls' point of view, one's at the guys, but I'm only going to read the one at the top. So she's about to make a deal with the college bad boy. Hannah Wells has finally found someone who turns her own, but while she might be confident in every other area of her life, she's carting around a full set of baggage when it comes to sex and seduction. If she wants to get her crush's attention, she'll have to step out of her comfort zone and make him take notice, even if it means tutoring the annoying, childish, cocky captain of the hockey team in exchange for a pretend date. So fake dating there. I know that's a lot of people's favorite tropes. So the last romance I got, I have not heard of this one, and I was trying to see if it was in a series, but I cannot get these pages going. And in these COVID times, I don't like to spend a lot of time flipping through, because obviously I don't want to get all my germs on it and all that. But okay, so this is the Siren Sussex by Mimi Matthews, and that sounds like the girl's name from Sex Education, Ruby, but I don't think that's her last name, but okay. So Evelyn Maltravers understands exactly how little she's worth on the marriage mart. As an incurable blue stocking from a family tumbling swiftly towards ruin, she'll never make a match in a ballroom. Her only hope is to distinguish herself by making the biggest splash in the one sphere where she excels on horseback. In haute couture, but to truly capture London's attention, she'll need a habit maker who's not afraid to take risks with his designs and with his heart. Then this one is a short little book. It was on the books to TV or movies table, and it is called Passing by Nella Larson. So I think this is a classic, and it's going to be made into a Netflix. It says Netflix book club, so I don't know if it's a show or movie, but it says Claire Kendry is living on the edge, light-skinned, elegant, and ambitious. She is married to a racist white man, unaware of her African-American heritage. Yeah, I think this is on my list of books to read. And has severed all ties to her past, deciding to pass as a white woman. Claire's childhood friend, Irene Redfield, just as light-skinned, has chosen to remain within the African-American community and is simultaneously allured and repelled by Claire's risky decision to engage in racial masquerade for personal and societal gain. After frequenting African-American-centric gatherings together in Harlem, Claire's interest in Irene turns into a homoerotic longing for Irene's black identity that she abandoned and can never embrace again, and she is forced to grapple with her decision to pass for white in a way that is both tragic and telling. So this is actually the movie tie-in cover. I did see, after I picked this up, the like normal cover, but I think this is a really pretty cover anyway. I don't know. She looks familiar. But I'm not sure who the actresses are. But yeah, so those are the books that I got at Barnes & Noble. I'm going to eat some lunch now and catch up with y'all sometime later. I finished Night Terrors. I think the main theme here of fear and dissecting what fear is, what causes fear, was really interesting and very deep. But the thing that this is about all like kind of superhero comics is how sexualized women are. Like, obviously a woman's gonna run through the woods in full-on lingerie with bunny ears. Like, that makes perfect sense. And then, let me find this one picture. I know, watch me like get in trouble for showing these kind of pictures. It was with the Joker. Like, obviously they're in a subway car like that. Like, that's totally normal. But yeah, and that's the thing, like at Comic Cons, I've never done like I'm not saying people who do cosplays like that are crazy, but I've never shown a ton of skin because I've only done like Game of Thrones characters, and that's in like full medieval wear. And then I've done a Star Wars, which that was cropped, but it wasn't like pushing everything out. It was long sleeves and everything. So, but yeah, at Comic-Con, especially my first Comic-Con, I noticed all the booths of male artists selling very sexualized pictures of female characters. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like just, especially like in this, where it's the woman running through the woods in full lingerie. Like, no, why would somebody do that? But yeah, that's a complaint with like all comics, with especially DC and Marvel. Yeah, so the next book I'm going to start is tomorrow. I will start Follow Me Back by A.B. Geiger. This is a YA thriller. It does look quite long, but as you can see, some is like messaging format, and then like police files. I guess that's the right word. And it is just a pretty large font, and I've had this book since 2018, so I'm glad to get to it. Definitely the price is $10.99. So much cheaper than books now. But yeah, I'm going to take a picture for Bookstagram. And I said that I was going to post a Bookstagram about The Burning God. I actually didn't end up doing that since it was the end of the month, and my post of that day was my wrap up, so that don't look for that link in the pinned comment. It's not there. So just that my thoughts in this video are my thoughts on that book. But yeah, so I am just going to write down all my stats, and after this I'm going to go get a bath and, you know, nighttime routine, all of that stuff, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Wednesday. The Target romance section is never lacking, but I do not see the Ice Planet Barbarians book. It's there every time, and then I come here and it's not, so I'm going to get this one. But I'm upset because I saw it at Barnes & Noble yesterday and didn't get it because I'm like, Target has it. And oh, there it is actually. So I guess I'm getting both since I already put my hands on one. So that's what we're getting. Okay, I got a package for my February scents from Bath & Body Works. So I got this a few days ago, but I don't want to open it till February. So the body wash shower gel I got was Fresh Sparkling Snow. So it's iced pear, frozen melon, winter apple, snowdrop blossom, and frosted musk. Then the soap that I got is Feeling Loved Sweet Sugar Sprinkles. And I get the foamy soap. Oh, here's the whipped vanilla, confetti sprinkles, and sugared strawberries. Then the wallflower I got is In These Stars. This is a warm and comforting one. I mainly got it just because it's pink and I feel like this is pink for this time of year. So I got all these hand sanitizers because I share them with like my whole family. So these are Japanese cherry blossom, iconic. Then I got this little hand sanitizer holder. It's a little hedgehog and I thought it was really cute. And then the candle I got is, if I can get it out, Let Love Glow, and this is Strawberry Pound Cake. So it doesn't say a description on the single wicks, but Strawberry Pound Cake, I think I'll know what that is. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So it is literally only like 1 o'clock. I went to Target in the 12 o'clock hour because I had to go to the vet to pick up something, but they were at lunch for 2 hours. That's like the longest lunch break ever that I've seen at a place. So I have to go back there in like an hour. But so I went ahead and went to Target. I got 2 books. I meant to only get 1, but I could have got a whole lot more because Target actually has romance books, like they don't have sci-fi. And I saw a classic for the first time ever at Target, which was The Great Gatsby, which I will probably read that in April. But so the first one I picked up is Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. I read the back of this book like in December, and that was a month that I buy, oh my gosh, that I buy romance books. But look at that, that looks like the Tube like logo in London. So I'll read y'all the first paragraph of the description. So Luke O'Donnell is tangentially and reluctantly famous. His rock star parents split when he was young, and the father he's never met spent the next 20 years cruising in and out of rehab. Now that his dad's making a comeback, Luke's back in the public eye, and one comprising photo is enough to ruin everything. So the rock star element, yeah. But yeah, this is really like a floppy one. And then of course I got the iconic, and both of these were on sale for 20% off. But then I got the iconic Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. So you'd think that being abducted by aliens would be the worst thing that could happen to me, and you'd be wrong, because now the aliens are having ship trouble and they've left their cargo of human women, including me, on an ice planet. So we might get to these this month, might not. I really want to get to the one that takes place in DC that I showed y'all. But yeah, I didn't realize there were this many romance books that I want to read. Whenever we get to the month where I read historical fiction, which is next month, it's the month where I buy a ton of stuff. So if y'all thought I bought a lot in January, wait till March. Guys, so I am about to start Follow Me Back. It is a little early, but since I've just been doing everything early today. So if you watched Vlogtober, then you know how I do this. But if you didn't, I do want to show y'all. When I'm not writing reviews on my blog, I'm still kind of writing reviews for my wrap-up video at the end of the month. So the first page, I do a page of notes that I take throughout reading the book, because I'm not annotating the book, so I'm just basically putting what I would usually annotate onto paper. The reason I don't annotate every month is because I would keep every book, because annotations are very special to me. I think they're a very personal thing, and I would end up keeping every single book that I read if I annotated every single book that I read. So I annotate every other month. So I annotated in January, so I'm not in February. So I will leave the notes on a page in my notebook, and then I will start writing my review. And for videos, I do it with character, atmosphere, writing, plot, and then enjoyment, which enjoyment I usually just do on Goodreads, so that is not featured here in this. So that is how I'm going to be doing this for Follow Me Back and the rest of the books on my TBR this month. I don't know if I'm going to do it for my weekend reads or not, because I don't think in the past that I would do it for my weekend reads, but we'll just see how I'm feeling once I get to the weekend, and I might do it, I might not. I don't know if I'm going to read outside. Like, I kind of want to read outside. It's 50 something, I think. No, I think it's 61. Usually I wait for it to be 65. It is 64, so I think I'm going to go read outside. Tomorrow's supposed to be 75 and Friday 72, which is really nice. Saturday 61, and then apparently it's gonna sleet on Sunday for whatever reason. Weather's like that. But yeah, so I just wanted to update y'all. So I think I'm just gonna go put on a hoodie and head outside. Back inside and about to have a snack, but I did want to go over my notes. So I got to 12%. I read 4 chapters. It was 4, right? Yeah, 4 chapters. So this is going to be an interesting look at fan culture and what it does to mental health, especially projecting, which I never thought about, of like fans projecting their own feelings onto the celebrity or character. And I never really thought about that, so I think that's gonna be interesting. But there is head jumping in within chapters. I'm like, if you're gonna change perspective, I prefer to start during a new chapter, but it's a thing. Another thing is that the characters don't talk like teenagers. I know the male character is a year older than me. I'm not sure how old Tessa is, but yeah, she called him a sweetie pie in a tweet. Like, nobody's tweeting Justin Bieber or like Harry Styles calling him a sweetie pie. Like, no. And then I think the agoraphobic representation is good so far. Luckily, mine isn't as, I don't want to say bad, but it's not as, like, Tessa is somebody who can barely leave her own bedroom. Luckily, I'm somebody who can leave my house. But certain places do trigger. Like, for me, I can go to Target, but I don't like going in my front yard. Like, yeah. So I'm going to eat now, a little snack, because I am very hungry, because I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. I am at 22% now, page 82, chapter 8, and this is just weird. These characters aren't really realistic for fan culture, and the guy Eric is just really, really annoying, and I do not like him at all. So like, can I not get any more of his point of view? Thanks. But yeah, Tessa's really relatable, but just the way they talk and all, and interact on social media is not realistic. And an adult, even though I'm technically an adult, had to write this book. Yeah, like somebody like older than me. But yeah, updates. We have to make a pause for a minute. So I haven't really liked any of the food I've had at home, but like, I don't want any of the food that I have at my house. And then at Target, I'm like, but there's nothing that I want. So I was like, but pizza rolls sound good. So I got pizza rolls. This was today. They went expired on June 1st, 2021. Why were these still on the shelf? My Target is terrible. They have expired food all the time. Usually I check the dates, but I was like, I get pizza rolls there all the time, and I've never had an issue. These went bad on June 1st, 2021. So I guess I'm not even eating dinner tonight because there's nothing that I want. It's very sad. I mean, I guess I'll just make rice, but I eat rice literally every single day, but I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. Guys, very quick update. So I got to where I wanted to get to in here, which is 118 pages. And then I have started Meet You in the Middle by Devin Daniels. I just read the first 2 chapters, so I'm 20 pages in. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this, however much more I can get in tonight. But I did want to give you all an update. Hey guys, and happy Friday. I know this is like a really awkward angle, but my camera card is out of storage and I don't feel like going all the way through to delete stuff, so I'm just gonna film Friday's clips, or not Friday, it's not Friday. Why am I saying it's Friday? It's Thursday, so I'm filming Thursday's clips on my phone. So I have already read 1 chapter of Follow Me Back today. But yeah, yesterday I ended up reading 152 pages, so I read 118 in here, and I think it was 30 and 34 in here. So I can tell y'all my thoughts so far on this. I'm 9% of the way in. Yes, definitely enemies right now, and I like that. I like the politics, because that is just something I'm kind of into at the moment, is characters, fictional characters in politics. It's just something that I'm liking right now, is politics in books. Well, I've always liked politics in like fantasy and historical fiction, so I am interested to see it in other genres. I've just realized I love political intrigue and things, so I am definitely liking to see that in a romance. Now, right now, they are kind of sending each other every day basically different things, and this is what you can do better, like in a enemies way. Like, he sent her the legislation for dummies book, and like they're sending back and forth things like that, which I think is kind of like unrealistic. I don't think that really happened, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't work on Capitol Hill. I can't tell you what things are like there. I've only been once. Yeah, I went to the Capitol building before. I went inside and everything, and they're like, they have to like, if somebody orders a pizza, it has to go through a machine. I mean, obviously it's so people don't get like poisoned or whatever. So it's, I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, I definitely, I don't know if you can go anymore, but if you can, I do recommend going. I went with school, and yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, so, but right now I'm reading Follow Me Back. As I said, I read one chapter, so I'm currently on page 125. I started on page 118 today. I'll read this in the 9 o'clock hour, most likely, but I started season 3 of Narcos last night, and it seems like Pena is our main character this season, and he's my favorite, so, and he's like the narrator and all for this season, so I'm really excited about that because he's my favorite character, so obviously I want content from him. But yeah, it is currently 74 degrees and partly sunny. I think it's more overcast than partly sunny, but the weather says partly sunny. So I'm definitely am going to go read outside because taking advantage of 74 degrees in February, I really appreciate that. My seasonal depression has not been bad this year, like at all. Like it's been non-existent. I've read every day. I've basically done all my self-care and hygiene every day. So it hasn't been bad this year, which is really nice. So I'm really happy about that. I think working out and drinking water and all that has definitely improved everything for me. But yeah, so we're going to go outside. I don't think I can plane spot today. I think it's too cloudy for me to be able to see anything. So I'm not going to bring my camera with me, but I am bringing my notebook and all this stuff. So I want to read 4 chapters and then I'll let myself watch some Narcos. Yeah, so here's what the weather looks like out here. So I think this is more overcast than partly cloudy, but this is the snowstorm from I think like Texas moving in. We might get sleet. It's changed. The forecast has changed back and forth from sleet, snow, sunny, or not sunny, rain. So I don't know what we're going to get, but I mean it's 74 degrees, so I will take that. Love that. Hi, Bean. Hi. She loves the movie outside. Everyone in this girl's life is so toxic. Tessa, the main character, everyone in her life except her therapist are so toxic, and I'm like, I feel bad for her. I'm not a hugging person, but like if I was, I'd want to give her a hug. Like I feel bad. So I am on page 153 now, which is chapter 15. My phone's at 20%, so I'm gonna go in and charge and get a snack, watch Narcos, do all that. It smells so good out here. One of my neighbors is cooking. I don't know if they're outside, so I don't want it to be like too loud, but it smells really good, and I'm like, I'm really hungry, so I'm going to definitely eat a snack. And a bug just landed on my phone. But yeah, as I saw, there are like bees out on the dandelions and all these birds, and I feel bad that it's gonna get cold again, and I'm like, hopefully they don't die. Like that'd be really sad. So they're animals, they should know what to do in weather, but still I feel bad. I started recording before I was ready, but okay, so it's not even 6 o'clock yet, and I got to where I wanted to get to. That's to say, this reads very fast. It's easy to read. I mean, again, a lot of it is in like messaging format, so it's always pretty easy to read. I think this would work well on audio or ebook. I don't know if those are options for this book, but I'm just assuming they are. So this isn't a bad book. It's not a good book either. So this is a 3-star right now. I have no really issue with it. I'll probably unhaul it after I read it. I will be doing an unhaul video soon. I don't know when. I used to do it every 6 months, and then I didn't in December, so I'm like, I just have this stack of books sitting there, but I'll do it eventually. So it's, yeah, it's good, it's easy, and I got to page 228, which is 63%, so I read 110 pages. So in a little bit, I think I'm gonna watch like an episode of Narcos maybe, and then get to meet you in the middle. So I have a lot of time today to read this. But back to this is listed as a thriller, and I think we're really gonna get into the thriller aspects at the point I just got to, because we just had like a new character introduced and all. But the first 63%, or maybe let's say 61%, really reads like a romance. But another thing is this book quality is so nice. Like the way the cover is made and then just the pages, like I really like the color of the pages and everything. I know that's like a really weird thing to like say, and this is published by Source Books Fire. I'm not familiar with them, but it's really nice quality. Like with this, I don't know, I don't like the way the pages are. And as you can see, the top is like already yellow and then the rest is white, which I have no problem with coloring. I buy used books a lot of the time, so that's not a huge issue, but I just think the quality is just really nice. And I'll definitely have to look at more books by this publisher just for that quality of like the physical quality. But yeah, so I had Taco Bell for lunch and I'm pretty much all the way through my water, which is really nice, and I have a schedule with that, so I'm gonna refill that and watch some Netflix. What my desk looks like. Whoa, the show. Hey guys, so I'm going to be ending the vlog here, so just an end of the day update. So on Follow Me Back, I got to chapter 21, page 228, and I'm on track to finish this tomorrow, but that will not be in a vlog because I do not vlog on Fridays, but stay tuned for the end of the month when I do my wrap up. So I'm going to continue reading this tonight. I am currently on page 75, so I've read over 40 pages today. I am on chapter 9, and I am enjoying it. I do think some of the pop culture references are kind of cheesy, but I think it is kind of realistic, because at least I think like that. I don't know if a lot of people do, but I do think pop culture references all the time. But this one is getting more enjoyable. I don't know which one I'm enjoying more. I'm enjoying this one more. I hope we get more scenes out of Capitol Hill, the Hill, whatever you want to call it. Because in here they just refer to it as Capitol Hill, and I'm like, in DC people say the Hill, but you know, so we had one scene and it was literally on the National Mall. I'm like, I want to get out of that area and go to more places in DC, because DC is only like 10 miles wide, but it's like it is my favorite place. So I would like more from that. The author does live in Maryland, so I feel like they should be pretty well versed with the DC area, DMV area. So I would like to just get more for the DC area represented in this book. So yes, that is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope that you have a happy and safe weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!